Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Redz Table, hosted by Redz TV. I'm happy to be back. The gents are also on the panel. They're also very happy to be back. The international break was it's always a boring break for football supporters, but we are here. We are live. Excuse my bald head. Ole is the reason for me going bald, but brighter days ahead of us. So, without wasting any time, we'll get back into it. See you guys soon. Fabes, my man, how you doing, brother?
Mr. Williams, I'm good. Yourself, my man. I'm awesome. Are you there?
Man. I'm here, my guy. Are you there?
Yeah, no, Ole is
Can
not
you hear
here
me?
anymore.
So that is a sigh of relief.
Yeah, no.
Liquor,
Good
liquor.
to be back. Good to be
What?
back.
What's per Bram? How you doing, my man? Antonio Conte is at the wheel.
Hey guys, everybody, how you guys doing? The viewers out there, good
Ram.
evening. Good to be here. Good to be here, Dale. Father, how you, sir?
Good, thank you.
Tears of joy and sadness, alles. We everything. In the
You
space
guys
of a
look
week.
relieved. You guys look relieved. It's like there's a weight off your shoulders.
My man, I lost
Oh,
all my head due to my previous coach, but we'll get into that.
Oh my word! Oh my word! I'm looking forward to tonight.
My guy, how you doing?
So that's a
Take your beanie off.
Kijk, I had to laugh at jokes, man. You guys
Take your
are
beanie
funny,
off.
man. You
Take
guys
your
are
beanie
funny.
off.
Listen, yeah, I see it's
Take your
it's the Holden Killy.
Take your beanie off.
Join the trend, bro. Join
There
the
we
trend.
go. There we
No,
go.
you guys
Thank you
join
for
my
him.
train. You guys,
that man look like that almost.
Kiki, you guys join my train, please. I think Bramo probably started first because he's the eldest,
Yeah.
and then it was maybe Fabas. I'm not sure. I saw Fabas over there already, but I'm not sure when he's just disappeared. But I know mine is about 7 years now running. Nah, liquor.
Nah, but you see,
Are you guys
Craig,
alright?
our trend is by choice. Unfortunately, with you, my man, as time goes by, unfortunately, you have no choice.
Yeah, nah, let's leave it at that. You
Oh
know,
man.
unless you gras groei nie op klippie,
Like,
so let's leave it at that.
Yeah, that sums it up.
True, my guy, true. So yeah, guys, it was international break. I'll bring in Tandy a little bit later. I can see he's not on his couch here. Tandy's still making some vegetables and chops. And he said it can be done in 15 minutes. I don't know what chops can be done in 15 minutes, but okay, we'll give him his time.
It's
But
pork
yeah,
chops.
we came back. We went into the international break with a lekker hammering, with a decent hammering. And of course, we needed that 2 weeks break. But of course, with that 2 weeks break, we thought, the guys are going to come back rejuvenated. We can't accept this. We can't accept this. And then boom, Claudia and Neri's
Boom!
men. Four in the
Boom!
tummy. Four in the
Ranieri.
tummy. And I was like, nah, we're done. We're done. Brahma, man, you were Tottenham supporter, but we'll bring you in. Ole Sack, my man. Was it long overdue? Because we lost at Liverpool, we lost at City, we lost at Watford. He's sacked now. Carrick's at the wheel. Do you think it was a good choice? Give us your thoughts, my guy.
My honest opinion is shocking decision making by Man United. Not shocking to fire him. And I'm going to explain quickly. I don't want to take up too much time on this, but a club the size of Manchester United, fires a coach and they don't have a contingency plan. I mean, if you look at Spurs, we're obviously not on the same scale as United. But when Pochettino was fired, Jose Mourinho was visible at a couple of games. It was evident that Spurs had identified their replacement. I don't understand how United fired Mourinho and did not have a contingency plan. They've just fired Solskjaer and still don't have a contingency plan, as in who's the next incumbent. You know, it's for me, it's as if the board was forced to make this decision. I don't think they were intending to make the decision. I don't know if there is this unity in the leadership of Manchester United. But you mean to tell me that you fired him and you're now looking at interim coaches because you don't have a coach lined up? That for me is even Arsenal when they fired Wenger, they knew who their replacement was going to be. I don't get it. I know you guys are United fans. I don't know what your views on it, but Ole was always on the cards as far as the media is concerned, as far as your fans are concerned. If you look deep into this, I don't think the board had any intention, but they were pressured from somewhere to fire him. Remember, I always made the statement, as long as Ferguson's there, Solskjaer won't be fired. And I think that Ferguson came out the other day with a statement about the firing of Solskjaer. I don't think he approved of it or he was in agreement with it. But I think it's shocking that United are interviewing interim coaches and still don't know who the guy was. Because if Conte was available for the United job and United didn't jump at, because remember, Solskjaer defeats didn't happen yesterday. It's been coming on for months. You mean to say that he was available? You did not make an effort to sign him because you had the board had faith in him, which means that United had no intention of firing Solskjaer. So yeah, for me, it's bad management. A club that size is just bad. It's just terrible. I mean, yes, he should have been sacked, but if you're going to sack him, at least know who's coming into the role. You don't know who's coming into your role. You can see another thing happening if they don't get a coach and Carrick manages to pull off results. He's probably going to be there till the end of the season. By the looks of it, I know that I've seen them interviewing Valverde. Valverde, that's how you pronounce it. He's being interviewed for the interim job. I tell you, that's just United trying to silence their. I don't see a coach of that caliber coming to United as an interim measure. It's crazy. That's my views on Ole being sacked.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Thank you very much for taking your time. But Faber, my man, your thoughts?
Away.
The guy with the hair. The only guy with the hair.
Oh yeah, yo, it's a bless union. Yeah, chance.
Yeah, so how's it? So yeah, I mean, it was difficult, my bro. Like that Saturday after Watford, like it was like you had to walk like this.
Painful, sir. Painful.
Like it was bad, my bro. But Bram said some fair points, which for me and I think it's really I think it's harsh on Oli, but I mean for me it's also Oli. I don't think I had it in him in terms of dealing with big players firstly, and I think he also didn't have it in him with dealing with his coaching staff. The consistent as Bram mentioned, the consistent in there is Carrick was with Jose, Carrick was with Ole as well. And like Skull said in the week, like he's friends with Carrick, he's friends with Fletcher, but they shouldn't feel proud of themselves as well. They shouldn't. So yeah. So I mean, I agree the decision making was poor in terms of when. But I think like 5 hours at a meeting on day, 5 hours plus to simply make that decision. So yes, I can agree to a point that it wasn't bad. They probably to pull off a result against Watford. stay on in the Champions League because if he had to draw, maybe I think they would have still even kept him. But yeah, at the moment, I think Carrick as well and the whole coaching staff of United has a big part to play with the going of Ole. But you can't also throw away what he's done. He's rebuilt. He's tried to rebuild United from. I mean, when he took over from Jose, that team was yes, we were against Watford. But I mean, he done really well, and you need to salute him obviously for what he's done. But I think in terms of dealing with the attitudes and making tough decisions, sometimes you need to make a hard decision. Bench a player or two. So it's mixed emotions but lots of points from Bram as well. And as I said, we'll have to look at that coaching staff as well. The bold cost.
Thanks, Ben. Is the podcast, and thank you very much to all the viewers for tuning in. Slap a like, comment, and of course subscribe to the show and share it with your familia. You know what I'm saying? Because that's most important. Don't be greedy. Don't watch on your own. Share it with your friends and family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nice.
Craig, my guy. Ole didn't win trophies at Manchester United, but Manchester United will win trophies because of Ole. Does that make sense to you?
It makes a lot of sense.
It
makes a lot of sense.
Should I repeat myself?
No. It makes a lot of sense. No,
Please repeat it. Please repeat that one.
I understand the whole
I need to understand that question properly.
Ole has not won trophies at Manchester United, but Manchester United will win trophies because of Ole.
Yes, and 100%.
So, are you meaning because of his work he's done so far? Or for the squad he's built?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That two goes together.
Yeah.
That two goes together.
Okay. No.
Craig, my man. Sure. Craig, you've been Ole in the first season and a half of his year at Manchester United. You've been Ole in. That has quickly changed. We're gonna stick on the Ole sack situation. It is a big thing, of course, for all Manchester United supporters.
Of course.
Give us your version of what's to come. What's to come after this? Because Ole has been sacked 2 games. The 2 days before the mighty Chelsea. So going into that, yes, we know it was the board. Yes, we know, but should they have sacked him though? Or why did we write of this?
Wait,
it's
just a question. Why would Dell ask should they sack him? I'm having a moment.
That was ask me a few questions now, so I'll answer all of it for you.
Sure.
Look,
let me answer, then you'll understand, Luther.
Look, my thing is this, right? Look, obviously, I'm just gonna before I start what I want to say, I just want to say, obviously, like with watching all his interview and watching his videos, like honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I really felt bad. Like I really felt, because you're not gonna get a manager today that's gonna feel so emotional about a team. You're not easily gonna see it. You're not. You're not. And I promise you, if you would tell Oli, we're not gonna pay you, he will do that job. You can't tell me he's not gonna take it. He will take it without money, because that is the passion that he's had for that club. That is he knows what that club mean to him. And like you said now, he hasn't won trophies, but he's, because of him there, we will win trophies. And he came in there, and I watched the game. What his first game was against Cardiff, and like I remember, because I watched the other day again. I remember the goosebumps and the buzz, and like we were like, "Yo, we're back on track." And yes, look, if he was gonna win trophies, I would have said that he would have been very lucky, because he came from Mulder, he came from Cardiff, he didn't really have much of a CV. So, but I mean, what is bold, and having those players coming through, and what he's done for the club, kind of, yes, he didn't give us the identity we wanted, but he steered the ship, he put us on a planet, and that's why I said Oli had to leave last season, because he's put us where he can. And I don't feel he was ever going to go further than where he put us in the first place. But like I felt someone else had to come in after that. And then, because I feel Oli never sat next to someone. He never had experience next to him that could guide him, like you see now in today's management. So, obviously, like I felt emotional a bit when I watched his video, because I really felt for the Oak. And I always say we need to remember what Oli has done as a player for the club. and what he has done as a coach also for the club. Look, we obviously wanted him to succeed. None of us wanted him to fail. I'm sure we didn't want that, you know.
For sure.
But I mean, look at the players he's brought in since Mourinho left. Look at what we have. Look at the squad we have. Any top manager can go in that club right now and he can work with that current squad. You understand? He doesn't need to really go out there and spend a lot of money if you look at it. All he has has left us with some sort of foundation, which is quite beautiful. So, like, yeah, I mean, I do appreciate what he's done for the club. Obviously, he needed to go because I think we needed him to go because we didn't want to see him fail any further than what he was already failing at. I think it was more in that sense. We appreciated him, but we didn't want to. We knew he was gonna fail, but we didn't want to see this to happen to a legend of ours.
Yeah.
So I think it was more in that sense because I felt like, yo, dude, I watched this, like I felt that, you know, and like Bram said, like it makes no sense how Carrick them all get to stay, man. Like that makes no sense for me. Like they all. How do we know they didn't set him up to fail? How do we know they didn't give him tactics so he can fail? Like we don't know these things. You understand? I'm just saying a speculation.
That's all.
I'm just saying. Look,
I just want to say something quickly. I just want to say something. You sound like a man that is looking for.
I'm not looking for excuses.
No. You sound like you regret the views that you had on him after listening to his interviews.
I do.
Yeah, so that's where you. I'm just gonna say it like it is. I think that you feel sorry for how you reacted to it. But look, at the end of the day, that's easy. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Hindsight is a wonderful thing to sit here and say, I'm sorry. But it's like in a bad relationship, you don't want to leave, but you've got to leave. You know, it's
100%. That's where I'm gonna end off the thing. You know, that's why I said, like, I do feel for everything he's done to, and I obviously I've been hard on him. And like I tell you know, I backed him. I told myself I'm gonna back him like this season really because I felt he wasn't good for the job. I told myself, let me rather back him. So I did. But then I started seeing the results, and I told myself, this guy is fooling himself by being still here. He need to go now. You know, but like I said, like Bram said, it makes no sense for them to keep all those guys with him because now Carrick might just go into this crazy run, like you said, which probably might just happen. You know, and then what happens? We end up employing him for the whole season, and then what? We can't have at the end of the day. We can't look. You look at Chelsea and City and Liverpool. You can't be sitting with that team and have have Carrick there. I'm sorry, man. It's scary, guys. It's scary times for us. I'm not gonna lie. You know. So yeah, man. I get it.
May I just say one thing quickly? The difference in contingency plans. When Chelsea fired, you remember they brought Gus Hiddink in? No. Before Lampard, Chelsea is one of the first. Chelsea is one of the clubs that aren't afraid to fire their coaches. Chelsea brought Gus Hiddink in midway through a season. Look at the name, Gus Hiddink. Chelsea brought Avram Grant in after you won a couple of UEFA trophies. When they brought somebody in, they didn't mess around with who was going to be the interim coach or take the club to the end of the season. I can't understand how Man United is sitting interviewing coaches that don't have jobs to take over or bringing in an assistant coach. Now, look at it. I'm not even a United fan from the outside. What fans are looking at you at your club thinking, what a joke. And you still call yourselves the biggest club in the world. What a joke.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea could bring in Gus Hiddink, the Gus Hiddink. They brought in Avram Grant. They brought in Scolari also halfway through a season. Look at the names they brought in. Look at what United is sitting with. This guys, as United fans, you should be more angry now than what you were when Ole was there.
Yeah.
Because the thing I'm showing you what they are doing.
Bram, I just want to touch on that. Like the difference between United and Chelsea's owner, he strictly hunts trophies. Like he's got them up, but that's all he's after. If you can't get trophies, that's it. Trophies. That's all. You know, so for United's situation, it's different. Our board is completely different. They only care about really top four.
And that's what I'm saying.
And that's been like that for a while. You know, so yes, it's angry times. It's tough times for us. You know,
Craig,
but
it's
I
not
mean,
just
like
top four they care about, bro. They just care about if the business is making profit. They're happy, bro. That's all those guys care about.
Yeah.
I see it.
Frozen. You freezing, brother.
You're freezing, Daylas. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's all they care about, bro. It's I've been reading up so much on a lot of things. It's a
We can hear you now.
Just breaking up.
Repeat it again. They literally
Can you
just
guys hear
care
me now?
about profit, bro. Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
can hear
can
you.
go.
Oh yeah, you're right. United is no longer a football club. They
Yeah,
turned
it's a
into a
business.
business, so it's all about profits. But Tandy, for you to come in here, I'm not going to ask Ole for his input. What are we going to do with this man, my bro? Like, what are we going to do with Maguire, bro? Like, bro, it's
Done defending him.
Maguire got sent off at Watford. 2 yellow cards, bruh. We all saw that wasn't necessary. The man is in for a Villarreal game. You saw that how many times he didn't want the ball to come to his feet from lineouts, especially, bruh. Why is that man having immunity at Manchester United? No player in history had so much immunity as Maguire, bruh.
Guys, you know what? Do you know what's more shocking? Is that there's players that are sitting on the bench not getting the opportunity, and I don't blame the players come January. They are looking hard to leave. I don't blame them. But how can Harry keep
Answer
playing?
my question, please.
But he
Answer my
should be
question,
dropped.
please.
But he should be dropped. Why must I still answer it? You know
I
the
also want to
answer.
say something about that, though. If you don't mind.
But I mean, bruh,
Only-
the months perform. Yesterday,
Only-
no, give him props. Yesterday he played better. Yesterday he did play better.
And me and Bram's
Who
going to
played
agree with
better?
what I'm going to
Who
say. You're
played
gonna see.
better?
Anyway.
Maguire did play better yesterday. He did
Who
play
played better last night,
yesterday.
Luthi? No,
Maguire.
Tandy. No,
He
no.
had a better game. than what he
Maguire was
guys.
so
Look
awkward.
here.
You see,
I would
the
like
thing
to
is
say
that
something.
Craig,
the thing is this.
Go for it, Oli. Go for it.
I would
The
like
thing
to
is
say
this because Maguire's been playing so bad, nah?
Hmm.
Last night actually looked like a good game. Right. Because of his form. If you look at his
Yeah.
recent form, last
Yeah.
night actually looks like, hey, Maguire's actually like, oh, here's Maguire, like he's playing again.
Mm.
But that is still not in terms of firstly captain's armband.
He doesn't deserve that. Doesn't deserve
I mean,
that.
Yeah.
if by all means, I mean, if we look at Roy Keane back in the days, obviously it's a huge. But if you want to get the red card, then I don't mind. By all means, get it because you took a striker out or you took a midfielder out.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever watched some of Roy Keane's tackles back in the days. Sure.
Yeah, we have.
There was a game against Liverpool. I don't know if you know that one actor. I actually didn't. I forgot there's a British guy, man. He always plays a bad guy in the movies. He played for
There's a lot
Liverpool.
of British guys that play bad
I'll
guys.
say
see
sorry.
that
I
guy.
forgot,
I see that
man.
guy.
You
I see
see
that
that guy?
tall
Thanks.
guy, yeah.
Yes, tall guy. Yes.
Yeah, tall guy. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Watch that highlight of Liverpool versus United. How him and Roy tackle Macabra. Heavy. Like proper studs up tackles, break leg tackles, they go for each other.
Look, guys.
So that's what I
would like
miss,
to
man.
say something.
Oh, you need a captain like that, bro. Stood up for his
Look,
team.
I would like to say
Even look at what Zlatan did. Come on, guys.
something.
This is what Zlatan did.
Yeah, but you
I
know
would like
what?
to say something about this. Please give me a moment.
Stood up.
Please give me a moment.
Okay, talk, Greg. But what Zlatan did, guys, that is what you call a captain.
Yeah.
A man.
And try to talk finish about Fred
Nah, look here. A lot of always is getting gunning me. Now Bram will know already about the situation. Look, the thing is this. You guys speaking about captains now, nah? Like, guys, come on. We have to think like hard now. If you give me top 5 captains, really that stood out. It's difficult. It's not the same type of captains you're gonna get. What?
We're not talking about Maguire. We're not talking about
We
other
go,
captains.
we're going there. I'm just
Just land.
Okay. Okay, let me.
I know
let me-
Harry Kane's also horrible. And okay, but he's
Yeah,
not
a
captain.
lot.
That's fine.
Look, guys, the thing is this, man. Like, look, firstly, where it all went wrong. The day we paid that money for that guy. That's where number 1 went wrong. No? Number 2, when we made him captain. Right? Now you bring that expensive player, make him captain. That is the 2 main things that was wrong from the beginning. So it was from that 2 decisions. That's where everything went haywire. We know, Bram, you know, Harry Maguire was not a shit player. When he played for Leicester. Owens, you guys can't disagree. You can't Owens, this guy was never a shit player. So don't come here and say. So the thing is this:
we're not talking about.
I'm gonna get there. The thing is, we put this thing on this guy's head because of the price tag, number one, and that's how we are as human beings, because that's what we've done, And obviously the captaincy. Look at him. If he play, why if he plays for England, it's like his name is something else. He's not even Harry Maguire. Like, ask yourself, why is this happening then? Why is he doesn't have captaincy over there? There's no. I think there's maybe obviously less pressure in the England squad itself, but it's difficult to get in that England squad. It's the best guys in England. So he's like the best defender, I think, in England, like for England. When he plays, that's my view. Him and John Stones. So for me, it's at United itself, right? If you take Harry Maguire's captaincy away from him, we'll see a different Harry Maguire. I promise you.
Yes,
we will. I promise you.
We'll see a wounded dog.
Exactly. So like he's got a lot of. He's got a look. He's for me. Let's not take Harry's talent away, because he does have talent. He does have things a centre back.
What talent does he have?
Has. Bruh, don't ask a silly question, bruh.
He is not a bad player. He is not.
He's
shown that for England.
He's not.
Remember, he plays at centre back. He plays at centre back with Tyrone. He plays with Tyrone Mings. Tyrone Mings is terrible. And he plays with Tyrone Mings for England.
He actually plays with John Stones, to be honest. But okay.
Stones, Mings. If you look at someone at centre backs,
they all know England very well.
So, like as Greg said, I think to relieve the weight of his shoulders, remove the captaincy from him.
I agree with you. But
do you know why he's so good at England?
That only happened when.
I believe he's a central defensive midfielder. I don't think he's.
I think he can play
England.
CDM,
Is that England?
Tell you got network issues, brother.
Do I?
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah. So I look for me, like Dale. The thing is just right. It's simple. If it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're captain or whatever. If you underperform, you shouldn't keep on playing. You understand? You need to go sit in that bench and understand what the hell you've been doing wrong. And we've just been continuing playing these players. Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire. These guys, yes, they are good performers, but they've been poor whole season. So if it counts for Harry, why isn't it counting for the other Oaks at the end of the day? We are quick to say Harry must have all the mistakes he's made, but we've made out midfielders out as everyone has made so many. Luke Shaw has been as poor as Harry Maguire whole season. Like, why are we only gunning that guy? Yes, because our captain is cost $8 million. We can't keep on doing that because of that two reasons.
Craig. Oli.
Was Bruno dropped last night or was he arrested?
Yes.
Yeah, he was arrested.
He was dropped.
That's United's problem, right there. Watch this weekend. Who's gonna play left back? Guys having a poor season, but just look who's gonna play left back.
Now we know already. Yeah.
Against a tough team, we should let him sit bench.
Can I just say something on that?
No, but look, this weekend
I would let them start. It's a new coach, or it's a change of coach. Play them and let's see what is their attitudes and their reactions. Right?
Yeah.
You have got to you've got to play them. It's like me looking at the Spurs team. People questioned the selection of wings on Sunday. He hasn't played badly. Just to go off point. There's a player at Spurs. I don't think any of you even remember him. If he even plays for Spurs, I don't think people even worry whether he does or not. But since Antonio Conte has came to Spurs, our most consistent and best player is Ben Davies. Conte's moved him out of left back and played him at centre back. Nobody would have thought of that. Ben Davies has been brilliant at centre back for Spurs. Now, look at what it's done. The caliber of coach comes in and he's made changes left, right, and centre. He's just gone, you don't play there, this is where you play. You don't play there, that's where you play. I'm prepared to see he's going to drop Harry Kane. And he doesn't care. If Kane, there's got no interest of staying at Spurs, he's not going to play him.
He will.
So I would say, play your players on Saturday, and if they don't rise
the
up,
caliber of managers.
Yeah, definitely, Dale. Definitely, I agree with you on that. But if your guys don't, if your players don't rise, just you don't get a bigger challenge in Chelsea, top of the log team. If they're not going to rise and just put in an effort, just put in a performance, then you really know who to get rid of in January. And it's not the guys that are on the bench, the Lingards and the Donny van de Beeks. It's the Luke Shaws, as the people that think that that they're entitled to the United lineup. Exactly. Those are the guys who've got to go with him. Those are the guys that want to go.
It is.
But in
And a
reality, they're
manager,
not going to go. We know that,
exactly,
guys.
and a manager like Conte or someone like Stern will let go of those guys. You wouldn't mess around with these Oaks if you're not going to play for him. So we've been keeping on for these guys. Those players have been long at United. There's some Oaks there that's been very long there. And I tell themselves, nah, I know I'm going to start Saturday. I know I'm going to start Wednesday. And that's the biggest problem. A player should never know he's going to start.
My wife constantly asks me whenever she
Just
sees
Ronaldo.
Luke Shaw, how can he play football? He looks fat. She
looked the
always
same
says
for the
that.
last
She looks
5
at
years.
Luke. Yes.
Yeah.
And remember when Jose criticized his weight, saying that that's why this guy can't be consistent for the full season. It's not actually
The thing is also,
it's
man,
actually
he
a valid
plays.
point that
He's
if you look at him, he does
he's
look
the same,
bigger.
like,
He looks
yeah,
like
he
he
does.
has gained weight.
Like, yeah, he does, yeah, but he's still fast. Like, he's still at the pace. So the thing is, let's also look at him also for England. Totally different player.
I
So
think
what is it?
his mind was gone. I think his mind was gone with Ole. I think he was gone. There's a couple of players in the United team who literally just, they as actually they were there to pick up their salary.
They
As
just
they
came
get
for a
the team
game
won
fee.
or lost.
They just came
But I
for a
think,
game
like I
fee.
said, give the same 11 that lost to Watford. Let them start. Put Bruno back in the team, and let's see if he's send off for Ole on Saturday. If it really means that much after you lost because you felt embarrassed that you lost. Let's see how they perform on against Chelsea. And if he's really as fired up as what he was to try and defend Ole after the game on Saturday.
Is my network a lot? Because I've been struggling here for the past 10.
Yes, sir.
I think it's the universe. What your new hairstyle. It's maybe it's not used to the
So
yeah.
yeah. So is Chelsea coming up this weekend? We spoke about certain players needing to be stepped up for that game, but if we lose that game, do we write of the season? Because I think we're about 12 points off Chelsea. This will make it 15. Should we lose that? Do we write it off, or do we say top 4 will then be a success?
Look, Chelsea not
season
lose.
once again
drop points
for
anytime
Manchester.
soon. They just look like they can't drop points. It's weird. Yeah, it's so good. Scary.
You think so?
What's your thoughts on that, Fabo?
Look, there's ways to beat them. There's ways to beat them. I did do some analysis, but there's ways to beat them. But teams just doesn't. I don't know, bro. It's like they're scared when they go there. It's just scared. They're scared when they go there.
Don't underestimate us. Don't underestimate that. We could surprise a lot of people and we play.
I think Greg.
We've done it to
Chelsea
City. We've done it to City before.
Up until this weekend's games, in the last 3 weeks, statistics show that Chelsea have conceded the most shots of all the teams in the top 10 in the last 3 league games.
But Bram, we average 3 shots per
teams
game.
Having. I'm not just talking about United. Craig said something about that Chelsea don't look like they're going to drop points anytime soon.
They are going to.
You look at Liverpool. Remember what I said a few weeks ago about the top 4. The 6 games between them, it's 18 points. You look at City's 4 points behind them, right? So who's to say that Chelsea can't drop points against the title chasers?
I'm not saying they
West
can't.
Ham is always a sticky game. They don't look like it. For me, it looks like they always the type of. I look at them in the last 3 games. You could get a draw against them. You could get a draw against them.
I think we need the early goal.
We need
the
you need to take your chance.
We don't score early goals. We don't do that. We don't do early goals. We will.
We don't do early goals.
All is gone now. You gotta change that.
Maybe.
We're gonna do the exact same thing that we did against Villarreal. I can guarantee you that United's gonna play the exact same way like they played last night. I can tell you this now.
Yeah, but now with last night's game, the last 20 minutes, I think for every United fan, that's the United that we want to see.
No, but it's
Mm.
right. I will probably do the same thing against Chelsea because we know they're gonna have the ball. The only problem with them is okay,
They're
actually
gonna
not a problem
score.
because
They can
actually
score from
no, actually
anywhere.
that's not also a problem because Chelsea has also been wasted a lot of chances. And I'm not gonna lie about that.
Look,
Yeah.
can I be
So,
honest?
so you
Can I
want
be
to
honest
come
with one
up
thing?
with missing chances?
No, but Faber, can I be honest with one thing? I think we have a chance because Lukaku's not there as well.
Lukaku's
He
back, but I
might
was on the
he's
bench
back,
He's
yeah.
back. He was on the bench last
But they
night.
don't need him.
Yeah.
They've made it clear they
Lukaku's
don't
gonna
need
make a
Lukaku.
statement this weekend, bruh.
They
He's
made
gonna
it
make
clear
a
they
Lukaku
don't need
back.
Lukaku.
He's back,
Oh,
bruh.
Shit.
They,
I was
they
counting on him not
these
being
games
there.
these games score all the goals.
you know
You
what?
actually got a
You know
chance
what?
if
For
you got a
me,
chance if he plays.
No, can I
Yeah,
say why?
exactly.
No, what's our problem? No, no, no,
Yeah.
no,
You
no,
got
no.
a
No,
chance
what's our
if he
problem if
plays.
he plays? No, do you know what's our problem if he plays? Our defenders. Do we trust them to be able to handle that
Bali,
man?
keep
nah,
Bali must
check
play.
here.
But are they going to
Like,
play Bali? That's a problem.
I would,
You
I
know
would
this
like
is
Must play because Maguire can't play for 3 matches.
Maguire's
Bailey against Lukaku would be very nice. I
yes.
wouldn't mind.
Bali could and Bali has the pace.
Mm.
Yeah, and he's got the strength
for,
also, yeah.
And he has the
for
injuries.
me. Nah,
Woke up.
Bali would. But for me, it's like firstly, yes, we're gonna possibly Villarreal, and no offense to Villarreal, but and yes, Bram, as you said, the past few games, Chelsea hasn't always looked that convincing. I mean, Mendy has stepped up. I mean, Mendy's
Yeah,
possibly
he
one of
has,
the top keepers now at the
What a
moment.
keeper.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
mean,
one of
he
the
has
best.
been busy, but the fear that I have is United sit back and that first goal comes in. This is unfortunately it's not going to be Villarreal. Yes, they had a couple of chances, but I think the best way if we possibly can, like we ended that last 20 minutes, start like that, it would catch them off guard because they wouldn't expect it. Full force in terms of attacking. The other thing is our midfield. That's where the battle is gonna. So for me last night as well, yes, Maguire was there, and I don't know why I played because he can't play the weekend. So it's like for me as a coach, is like, why didn't we rather we should have technically prepared our back two or our back four together
That's what
for
they
Saturday,
said.
Sunday's
yeah.
game.
Also, maybe
That's
also they protected Bali because he could have got injured. So you also have to
No,
think of
you
that
you are
way.
Maguire supporters, so please don't come with stuff like that.
Nah, bro, I'm just my bro.
But now it's great to a certain point, yes. But I mean,
speaking facts.
to a certain point, yes. But I mean, it's still in
Guy,
terms of now, who says he can't get injured Saturday playing the first 20 minutes of the game?
For sure.
that's
So,
the
so
problem.
you're overthinking, and yet you're not getting your players right, your squad right for your next match. Because remember, like a new coach, the same old person who's been there. But in terms of, for me, our engine room is going to be key against Chelsea because if we don't have that middle, Havertz,
Ooh.
Pulisic, if
Kante.
he's playing, I mean, even
Hudson and Doyle is doing
Mount,
well as well.
they're gonna. I mean, and that's where it's gonna be key on for me. If we win that, I believe that to some point. But I mean, I always play with my heart. But I do think United's gonna win though.
Okay. Craig, starting 11 with the current players that we have, what would be your starting 11 going into that Chelsea game? Current players.
I, the thing is, man, I don't know is in terms of formation, do we take them on the exact same way they set up? You know, that's the one question.
Just give your team.
Um,
Don't delay.
Relax, calm down.
Give
Take
your
it
team.
easy.
yeah, so I'll obviously start the gear. And then I also have Phil Jones as my number one defender. Yeah, so look, we know Kerry's going to line up the same as last night in terms of formation. So I'm going to go with, obviously, you will definitely start Luke Shaw. I think in terms of, I don't know, man, tell us. I just don't feel like he's better than what Luke Shaw is. Do you understand? So I don't feel like he can start in a game.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
he hasn't had the opportunity to prove himself. He hasn't
Yeah,
got
also
it
fair
game time
enough.
to get used.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
He also
so
has
you have to add
no
that in.
pace. Also has no
Yeah.
pace. So
True.
you know that's good. That's gonna be very tricky against Hudson Odoi or Pulisic, whoever's playing. So Luxor, Luxor obviously on the left, and I have obviously Bale and Lindelof, which is gonna start, and then Wan-Bissaka, of course, because I mean Dalot is not really better than
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka, so he's gonna start. Then
Yeah,
obviously, I
no,
think in terms of
you
the
need
way they
someone that can
set up,
tackle, bro. That's
yeah,
why I would choose him.
yeah, exactly. So
I
look,
played a lot.
unfortunately,
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to
Too much
go
of a
with
risk.
a game like Chelsea because they played so well last night, the two of them. I think they would have to start again, McFred. Unfortunately, I don't know who else is gonna. Matis will be too slow if he plays there. You see, that's the only problem.
Donny
So
started last night.
yeah, but he played as a 10. So obviously, I would like to play Donny with Fred. That is what I like to play in that
Donny and
midfield. You
Fred.
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
That's what I would prefer.
Actually, I would
But
go Scott and Donny.
Scott is not 100%, man. You can just see you can see he's not 100%. So then obviously I'll have Bruno. Bruno's obviously gonna start. The only problem with that is Bruno plays too far from the midfielders, man, and that's the problem we have, and that's why the
I,
two of
I
them
don't.
you could see. Sorry,
I don't think he's gonna start. I don't think he's gonna start.
no, I think Bruno's gonna start.
I think Kerry made a statement last night.
Nah, I don't know.
I won't be
Sure,
shocked. Sorry to
if
cut you.
he does that.
Keep going, Clay. Sorry about
Yeah,
it.
so
Keep
then
going, keep going.
obviously the thing is obviously Ronaldo is gonna start doing all that. The
But
only issue
I
with that
would
is,
only
man,
believe
like
that. Sorry, I
like
was
the only
saying.
problem with that is like obviously for me Sancho, Ronaldo, and I would go with Rashford instead of I mean Martial. I think Martial's finished, guys. I just think he's finished with
Yeah,
United.
he's
Yo,
done.
guys.
I mean, what the hell was that last night? I mean, it's like this French thing with this French. They have this thing with this French players, hot and cold. It's all they off for decades and decades. So I think with that three, but the only problem is with the Ronaldo up front, man. You see, like honestly, I would have liked Cavani. I would have started Cavani. Like that's what
Yeah.
I've liked to have done
But is Cavani
because,
injured?
and I think so still because I know you know Rashford and Sancho. You saw last night Sancho press, bruh. That man ran.
Hmm.
He ran everywhere. So if
Yeah.
you have Sancho, Cavani, and Rashford up front, that could be problems for Chelsea. The thing is,
Hmm.
Ronaldo is, man, we're not playing towards Ronaldo's strengths. You understand? So it almost feels like it's not really working because he's scoring goals out of moments. You understand? So we're not crossing the ball enough to him. He's dropping extremely
Craig,
deep.
Craig,
Craig,
So
I
choose
trust
your
your football
11.
knowledge.
Don't explain every
Craig,
player.
He
I
is
trust.
explaining.
Yeah.
He's
Craig, I
explaining
Choosing
trust
every
your
That's what I'm
player.
football
sitting here,
knowledge,
bro.
right?
I'm like, I
trust your
told you
football.
once, I told you twice, was it? I tell you 3 times. Choose your starting 11.
yeah,
Craig, I
so
trust your football knowledge.
so that's my
But
starting 11.
don't be so sentimental. Let's be honest. Ronaldo's offering United, besides the goals, he's offering you nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's
Besides
why
the
I'm saying
goals
it's
he's
not
scoring,
Cavani. That's what I
besides
say.
the
Bruh,
goals
It's
he's
not
scoring,
Cavani.
But
That's
Bram,
what I
He,
say.
besides
he
the
need,
goals
we
he's
need.
scoring,
That's what we want. We need the
Bram, we
goals.
need
Who
that.
else?
We don't
Who's
need anything
scoring?
else.
Who's
We
scoring?
don't need
We have
anything
no one
else.
else scoring. So
Honestly,
okay,
guys,
can I just
be-
say something
be-
quickly?
Bram,
Going with what Craig
before
is
you,
saying.
Bram, before you
Okay,
say what
Craig,
you're
you go
gonna say,
first. You go
Bram,
first.
before you're gonna say, I'm gonna say one more thing. Ronaldo will play much better if he has a partner. Doesn't matter if it's Rashford or Greenwood. He needs to play with a partner. That's it. He's too old to play
That's
alone up front there.
Craig,
that's what I
That's
was
it.
going to.
Simple as that.
That's what I was going to
Craig, why
come
are
to,
you so sad
guys.
tonight?
That's what I was going to come to,
Bram, you
boss.
can talk now.
If you want to play Ronaldo on his own, he's offering you nothing. I think a lot
Nothing.
of your games are suffering at the moment
Yeah, because of
because
it.
you are reliant on the moments for him to score,
Exactly.
right? When he played
Mm.
with Cavani against Spurs, you saw. Yes, it was Nuno Spurs, but
So
it just
different Ronaldo,
showed
yeah.
that
So different
he
Ronaldo. Yeah.
can if you need at his age, he can't play alone anymore.
You can't, yeah.
And if you're going to go into games with him on the Ronaldo hype and wait
They're
for
gonna
a
bully
mistake
him.
like last night for him to
Yeah.
score, he's the only one scoring. But I think that's what you guys are waiting for, moments like that.
Chelsea's not gonna make those mistakes, bro.
Moments never came in the games that you guys lost. Those moments never came. The mistakes didn't come. Liverpool didn't make a
Yeah.
mistake for him to capitalize on.
Yeah.
So how long you're going to carry the Ronaldo must start at 36 years of age and blame everybody else around the fact that your game is going nowhere with him up front?
100%.
No. But
To be
remember,
honest,
we also have Cavani.
How many
that's
games
injured.
if Cavani gets injured, then you play somebody with him up front.
But we tried it. We
Because
tried the whole Rashford went in and out of injury. So I would say for this weekend going in, you play even Cavani. I don't know how long is Cavani out for.
Gonna
Look,
get-
I didn't even look. Cavani was
I think
injured.
I think
What is
it's
he
the
it?
was
last.
injured. The
So
Spurs
it should,
game.
Like, is he
He was
injured,
injured
bro?
after the Spurs game.
guys, this should be the last season for Cavani. We need to now let go.
Nah,
He's
for
done
sure.
his job.
This is last
No,
season.
it's
This
too
is
much.
last season.
Do you know what? I think
He's
for
done
me
his
as a
job.
United supporter and for United supporter, and I mean everyone else here will always feel that just to watch Ronaldo play in United sweater, it
Yeah.
just takes you back to your childhood, man. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the sentiments of why you put Oli in charge, because of the childhood, and it backfired. Guys,
no, like I said, there was good things to Ole. Signing him, they brought the good vibes, brought the
yeah.
he steadied the ship. Let me rather say that. But I
Yes.
mean, like for Ronaldo
He
to
did his
come,
job.
yeah.
He did his job until
Yeah, like I
Last
said,
season.
United,
Listen here.
he wasn't going to win trophies, but United's going to win trophies because of Ole. That's what I
Ronaldo's
said.
the
at beginning of the show.
Ronaldo's the sacking machine.
So I hear what you guys are saying, but I think the yes, you might need a partner, but I think the team is set up with 2 CDMs to allow Bruno, to allow those front 3 to give him that. But I think that's not happening, because why are you playing with 2 CDMs in?
But that's
Look,
kind of
Faber.
against us, Faber. That 2 CDMs is not allowing us to put more forward. It's actually holding
Yes.
back. So play
But
the
you know
one
what?
CDM, because Rashford a feeder. Is Rashford does he provide us assists? No, it doesn't. Sancho does that, but there's gonna cause an imbalance in the team. So
That's
Martial, we were hoping for that Thierry Martial to come in, but Martial lost himself in 2019. So my thing is this, and that's what Bram said, and I actually appreciate his words now. Bruh, play Mata. Play Mata as a 10.
You guys looked when I
and you
said
push
that.
Bruno to the left.
When I said play someone that's
That could
going
work.
to play on the
That
same
actually could
level,
work.
same
Yeah.
mental level of Ronaldo, where Ronaldo needs little 1-2s, little intricate balls played in.
Yeah.
He's still got speed over a short
This
distance.
is
But
this
guys, sentiment, my thing with United fans is don't take your eye off the fact that he's only scored 1 goal in 6 games. 1 goal in
Bram.
6 games.
Bram.
My thing is
Bram.
this. My thing is this,
Bram.
that
Harry Kane has
like I
scored
said,
one in like 9 games.
exactly, and I'm saying he's got to go. He's got to go. It's only that we don't have anything else there.
No, Bram,
You
no.
have.
There is answered the
29.
question.
Kane is
No, but there is
29,
answered the
36.
question. He's answered the thing.
This
The
is
problem
the-
for us. There's no one else to score goals. What must we do? Same
This
with
is my
him.
thing,
Kane's out,
Loki.
same machine.
Yep.
This is my thing,
Listen,
right?
listen.
This is my thing. Like for
I-
me, like
Yeah.
those you must remember Scott and Fred, right? They're not 8, they're not 6s. They are amazing 8s. I promise you. When they play 8, they are high pressing players. You see when if Fred is on the other side of the half, you see a
Yeah.
different Fred because he does it for Brazil. Then that's why Pep wanted him before he came to United because of that particular reason. Do you understand?
Yes.
So for me, why not play Donny or one of them as a 6 and then have Bruno next to like did Bruno play 8 and next to, because that will work for United at the moment. Because if they play with one CDM, it would change everything. I promise you, everything will flow if they play with one CDM. So at
So
the moment,
play a 4-1-4.
we're taking the talent away from Fred and Scott. We don't see what they can do because they're playing too deep. Do you understand? As soon as they play in other half, we've seen how they are. So for me, they should try and play Donny 6. Let
But
Donny play the 6.
sometimes only doesn't matter where you play. You still need to control a ball and pass it.
Yeah, I know you hate Fred.
True.
But still, I'm just saying, if like Bruno and Ronaldo all perform, if they have an extra player there next to them, I promise you. But at the moment, it's not happening. So we're just waiting on moments, and that's the problem.
But we're talking about Chelsea here now. Are we gonna risk that? Playing with
I'll risk
one
But I'll risk
CDM.
it. I'll risk it.
No,
You can play two
Bruh.
box to boxes. I'll risk it.
Dandy,
You
Dandy,
can't play one CDM against Chelsea.
I hear what you're saying, but for me, it's like we've been playing with 2 CDMs against West Brom, against Watford last week, and we still
Okay.
lost 4-1.
Exactly.
So
change it?
you're
Can
saying
we rather?
that
But
we
okay,
can't play with we can't play without 2
Fabian.
CDMs. When we play with 2 CDMs, we still get trashed.
Fabian,
I-
Fabian,
I
just
don't know.
hear me out. Just hear me out. against Chelsea, knowing they got two solid midfielders at the moment in good form, are you gonna risk playing one guy against them?
If they work, if that three
I
midfielders,
mean-
I mean the way they play, if they work, that can work.
I'm
out.
saying, look
Tando,
at Chelsea's
Tando,
two midfielders.
Yeah, but Tando, you've got to remember, are you going to set up to beat Chelsea? You're going to set up to contain Chelsea. What are you going to set up to do? Because
Contain,
all United's
contain,
United's
Contain
lineups,
first.
right? But why
Contain
would you?
first.
Why would you want to contain them? Why
Exactly.
would you not want to?
Chelsea,
You know what?
Chelsea,
You know what's my
Right,
sentiments
Brad.
about?
You're right.
You know what's my sentiments
Why?
about? Why I say if you're going to play Ronaldo up front, it's useless playing him. Crazy play to his strengths, right? Why would you not play to his strengths and then pay him up with Cavani? Make Chelsea earn their money on a Saturday. Make them defend.
Yes.
Make them defend and make them work. Because that is why Pep dominates teams. How Spurs beat him all the time, I don't know. But we never set up to contain him. We set up to him coming to contain us. Somehow it works. Why are you guys going in wanting to defend against Chelsea to contain them? For what reason?
Exactly.
For what reason would you want to
I
contain
agree.
them? They don't even
Okay.
have a striker on the pitch.
Exactly.
They don't even have a striker.
Can I
Till
come in
second
here?
half.
Can I
Till
come in
second
here?
half.
Lutic,
Till
can I have
second
it back?
half, then that number 9 comes in. Then I'm worried.
Okay,
Listen,
this is why
you've
I
got-
say we containing Chelsea. Is that we played against Liverpool already, knocked out of the park. We played
Thank you.
against City. City was a training match, my friend.
City was
Yes.
that was even worse.
So okay, call it your elite teams. We came up against Watford, knocked out of the park. We played against a Villarreal team yesterday, my man. They should have scored 3 or 4. It should have been 4-2 yesterday. So now we're going into the game. We still have Carrick that's there that has Ole on his right shoulder. That's
Yeah.
probably whispering sweet nothings in his ear. We're going up against a team that can score from every position, my man. We can't
And
just say it's gonna
all
be
of the
Zayn.
defenders, eh? Even the
Yeah,
defenders.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yo.
that the defenders
The
are
defenders
scoring.
score the
Defenders
most
are
goals.
so dangerous.
Reece James isn't playing
Crazy,
soccer, bruh.
man.
Reece James is bowling, my man.
Yo,
Chilwell,
bruh,
he's playing as a left
Chilwell
wing
as
back.
well,
I
bruh.
think he's
Chilwell
out
gonna
injured
make
for.
it one
I think
Bissaka
it did
look
his
like
knee.
nothing
Now he's
on
gone.
Sunday.
Chilwell looked like out for a couple of months,
Then,
bruh.
just hold on.
Injured last night.
Then we must still have
Amazing.
that 1 or 2 Cristiano Ronaldos. Then you still have Mendy in the polls. Yeah. We're done. We're done.
No, listen.
I don't
Listen,
know.
We can only contain Chelsea. But I don't see us beating Chelsea.
Remember,
No, but I mean,
I'm
I
a
think
betting
I think
man.
what-
I'm
I
a
think-
betting man.
I think
We all
what
friends,
you're
yeah.
saying, Dale, compared to
No
what
problem.
Tandy is saying, so United has been always set up to contain to try and contain a team. If you look at the setup against the bigger teams, it
Okay.
hasn't worked. And I think that's what
Okay.
Bram is saying to a certain extent in terms of if we start the game with pinning back, because remember, as you said, your wing backs, where are they most dangerous when they're up,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So
yes.
if we pin them back, if we keep them back, keep them busy, then I mean, that's where you want to
Okay.
win the game.
Now stop there, Fab. I'm gonna let you go on. We do that. How many times this season have we played brilliantly in the first 20 minutes? Beautiful in between the channels, and after that, in the next 70, the next
Yeah,
70.
but I mean,
even Saturday's first 10 minutes, United
for
looked
me, for me, it's either way, we're losing the game. We're losing games because we're trying to maintain teams. Young boys, 10 men. Yes, we put on 6 defenders or 7 defenders trying to contain a team. And yet it's not working for us. So my thing is, if it's not working, why are we still sticking to it? Then I would rather want us to lose a
For
game.
Faber,
And I know we played. United played and they tried.
Fab,
They lost the game.
with all honesty in your heart, with all honesty. Okay,
please.
let's not contain,
Mm.
but speak about it, man. You don't
Yeah.
trust Maguire at the back. You don't trust
don't.
Lindelof.
Playing.
Bruh,
He's
they
not
haven't
playing.
had
Maguire's not playing.
a clean sheet in how long, my brother?
So
Maguire's
we
not
can
How
go
long?
forward.
So
We
are
can
you gonna
do- we
risk
can-
playing an open game against Chelsea? That's what I'm asking
Yes,
you.
we can go with all the bells and the whistles. We
so-
can
Yeah.
attack.
Guys,
But
that's
as
my-
soon
How
as
did
they catch us
how did
on
we
the
play against
counter-
Liverpool? How did we play against Liverpool?
Open game and we got punished. We started
No,
open. We did. We
tried
started.
to
We did.
keep Liverpool.
We tried
No.
to contain Liverpool. We
And
tried
now-
to contain
We did
Liverpool.
try to play against him a bit.
How did we
and
play
then
against City?
Yo,
We
it was
didn't
a
play.
practice
We
game,
didn't
Brian. It was
play.
a practice game, Brian. It wasn't the game.
We didn't play.
For me,
Brian,
Yeah, the question is that
Look for
Such
me
is-
for
the question is
for
that
me for
what
me
do
for me
what
it
do
is,
we have
is for
what
me
do we have to
is
lose?
it's the thing is with Chelsea, they are arguably the fittest team in the Premier League. They've got a lot of they can replace their centre
But the
midfielders,
squad,
and they've all
the
got
squad in the league,
engines.
not the team.
The,
Sure.
yeah, the
Oh
squad they've
God.
got engines. Their wide players, their wing backs defend very deep. In other words, they defend the opposition's midfielders, let alone the wingers. So they play with two centre backs literally, and Craig loves that. Teams that play with 2 or 3 centre backs, they literally just do that.
I
And then
thought
what
you
they
said
do
like
is they just make sure that they've got bodies in the middle. They contain the middle because if their wingbacks is stopping you at the half line already, there's no point in knocking the channels. They're just gonna go mop the ball up, and that's all Rudiger does. He mops the ball up, and that's why I think with United you've got to play Rashford, you've got to play
Yeah.
Cavani and Ronaldo, or Greenwood and Ronaldo. Leave Sancho out wide. Make their wingbacks sort of play left back and right back, and then you
And
see how effective are they going forward. And you look at the games that they drew this season, and the games and the one game that they lost. The minute you actually make them earn their living, in other words, make them defenders defend, make them midfielders chase you, then you'll see that they are beatable. Right? For me, the most unbeatable team this season looks as Man City and Liverpool. Those are the two teams for me that really look like
Yeah, but Bram, as United supporter, if I could play Tottenham every week, then I'd win the league.
No, you would. You would.
Can
I'm
I say
gonna say
something?
to you now, not
say something?
this Tottenham, not this Tottenham now under Conte. Not this
Can I
Tottenham
say
now.
something there? Can I please say something? All right, all due respect, we want our team to play well. We want our team to win, right? And it's true what you're saying. We need to put them under pressure, but then we have to then play the players that can produce the balls for the striker. Sancho must play. He needs to play. He must play.
yeah. No, he will play. He's gonna start with the game now.
To Rashford or Antonio, yeah, says I'll go with Rashford. They both waste chances. Yeah, and at least Rashford will drop.
Not this season. Since Rashford came back, his chances that he had was actually on target or goal.
But
if he's wasting, but then Tando, if he's wasting a chance, it means that you're actually attacking.
Yes,
I know. That's why. Yes, that's why I'm happy. I'm happy with the Rashford on the left. That's a must. The problem will be the defense. That's my only fear. Midfield, we already know it's going to be Fred and Tom. We know already. And Scott, sorry. We already know that.
I actually have a feeling it's like Fred and Matic.
Yo, nah, that
it'll be a death trap.
What you said earlier about Mata, it's also facts. Mata will give that balls, bro.
Mata's never gonna play, guys.
I know that's the only sad part. Mata's not gonna play.
Sad part, but we see this. We see
Mata would give the balls that Ronaldo wants, and that 1-2, that quick 1-2 with Bruno also would work perfect. But just the problem is Mata's pace. We understand.
But I was David Silva fast at Manchester City.
Never.
Silva.
But
no, bro. He's just a bit bro. Even you look at Bernardo Silva, they just a bit players, bro. They don't need to be fast.
But it's the touches.
They don't need to be fast.
And that's the problem. You don't need to be fast.
We play that style of football.
That small Okies. Look at Kante. Okay, Kante does have some pace to him, but that touches you in between, bro. That's what breaks open the defense.
And Kante got finishing now all of a sudden.
And he's finishing now.
He plays as an 8 now. He doesn't play as a 6.
Finishing is on point.
The thing, my question is, I've got a question for you. Do you think if we set up the same as them, we stand a better chance, man for man?
No.
Like in terms of information.
The problem with United is you can set up like them, but it's who's going to pick to fulfill the roles. That is the problem. That is United's biggest problem. You can set up how, but who, and he's neglecting players. I know one of you said pick AVB to play right back. I'm sorry, but he's gonna get rinsed when he plays against guys that are willing to take him on. he's going to get rinsed up on Sunday. I would play the Dalot guy because he understands his position in terms of defending.
Yeah.
And he can deliver a ball. For me, one Bissaka last night is
more- he's
because
more wing
Villarreal
back,
didn't exploit him. But you look at a lot of the games. I mean, the Watford game, whenever Watford needed an outlet, they picked his side to be the outlet.
Yeah.
You know, he's United fans have faith in him. It's because in the final third, he doesn't cross a ball to anybody. He doesn't really cross a ball.
He just crosses.
Crossing is pathetic. He's okay with playing 1-2s and trying to get in. He gets in. He takes momentum in getting in behind the back four of the opposition. You know.
Yeah.
But the minute you have to defend, you can pick where they're gonna go. Maguire, he tried to score goals.
Yeah.
You can literally pick. I'll play the other guy. And I'll find a place to play Mata. I'll bench Bruno. I know he's a fan favorite with the United fans, but I think last night was a statement. Don't be surprised if Gary makes a statement again. Bruno has been of no use to United in the last 6 games. He's done nothing. He's literally done nothing. Self-mown, wayward passes all over. You know, his shooting's been poor.
Well, there's a few of them. You know, Carrick has been with United for 6 seasons and he's still. Fred is still with United for 6 seasons and he's still.
But that's what I'm saying. Look, new coach, new face, different voice. Play them all on Saturday and give them opportunity to redeem themselves with the fans. And from there you can saying that the right of the season, though, that's United. It was not the league, then there's nothing else. You still got the Champions League, you're not out of it. You still got the FA Cup to come. The Carabao Cup, you're out. Yeah, like I said, you're saying right the season. Oh, there's a long way to go. The race for fourth place.
Yeah. When I speak about the Prem, when I speak about the Prem,
yeah, the league. Yeah, I think you guys are. If anybody that's not within touching distance, in terms of a 7-point margin of the top 2 by Christmas, I think you can safely say that those guys are not going to lose 3 games.
Christmas used to be our time as United, as Manchester United. Christmas used to be like that's our points. But of late, bro, like Christmas is the worst time to be a United supporter. But look, guys, we are well over going our 1 hour mark. Fabo, we'll start with you, my man. Team of the week.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. Okay. Craig.
I was gonna say the same thing, Aston Villa, because of Stevie G and the way also they play. I mean, they play the good Brighton side, but I think in terms of,
Craig, team of the week.
Liverpool.
Thank you very much, Craig. Lucy.
Liverpool.
Bram.
Spurs.
Of course. He's gag serious.
And Craig, you're biased.
No, guys. Listen. Call it. Let's call it what it is. Team of the week for me, Chelsea. Yeah.
Okay.
Strong.
Flop of the week. And why is it Arsenal?
No, bro. United.
We scored a goal at least.
United. Losing like that is embarrassing.
That 4-1, gents. That 4-1.
We are the jokes.
Yeah.
So you can't say Arsenal.
Yeah. So you guys are good at betting. Faber, team predictions. Yeah. So it's Man United versus Chelsea. What's your prediction?
I'm gonna go for United win.
Okay. You're not gonna give a result there. You're just gonna go for a win.
I'm just gonna go for a win.
Okay. Craig?
United draw.
Lucy?
Draw.
Bam.
Where's the game at the bridge?
Yep.
Oh. They don't lose easily there. So I'm gonna go for an exciting 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Tottenham?
They're probably gonna win.
Spurs Burnley. Our first real test, guys. This is a proper test. No, I'm gonna tell you why, Craig. Look, we played against Everton. I think what Conte's trying to do is before we play any type of football, first defend.
Defend. Yeah. It is, yeah.
Get defend properly. We kept a clean sheet against Everton. In the Europa League game, we conceded a goal, but you can see he's trying to sort that out first at the back. With Burnley comes the test of the set pieces. It comes the test of the pumping balls into the box. Something we've not been good at. Most of our goals conceded set pieces, or the balls coming into the box. So, yeah, I'm going for 1-1. 1-1.
Thanks for throwing it out there, Craig.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like,
Bram, I need to ask a question. I see it's a DFS top. That's years ago. Wow, it's still for you.
Bram is 55 years old, sir. He just looks young.
Bram was one of the guys.
Wow.
But yeah,
I wish I could still fit. It's an old top.
Thanks, Luther, man. Appreciate it, my guy. Thank you to everybody for joining in, the viewers. I'm pretty sure we've covered everything regarding the mighty that has fallen, Manchester United. But I believe the sun will shine again on our team. And it's just a matter of sticking with the team. Win, lose, or draw. I know the losses. And do you know what with United now? We haven't even draw. When else we draw a game, bruh? Like, we losing, bruh. Like,
come, say your thank yous and go.
Yeah, like just take the 1 point and go, bruh. That's we either hot or cold. There's no middle in our team. So, but yeah, my predictions though for Sunday. My predictions. I'm gonna, as a United supporter, I'm sad to say, but I'm gonna have to give it to Chelsea. I don't see us beating Chelsea this weekend. They are a powerful team, and I'm not being biased anymore. I'm giving it to a team, but I see that he's gonna be powerful. But should they win? Then
we're all having spur.
If Manchester United wins this weekend, you will hear my voice. You will hear my voice.
Then we can get to Spur and you can pay for the drinks.
We can definitely do that. We can definitely do that. On me.
Yo, I just realized now I'm gonna miss the whole game.
That's free ice cream because it will be someone's birthday also.
Why? When's the game? It's Sunday or Saturday?
Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday. It's time you're at home, bro. It's the time you're at home.
But yeah, thank you very much everybody for joining.
Oli, it doesn't matter where you are, but you make it a way to watch the game. That's how I am. I'm super busy Saturday, but I'm gonna, if we were to play Saturday, I'll make it. I'm just saying.
You're not busy.
But making money is December.
But it's November.
December, boss.
Yeah, it's November.
So what, making money December or November?
November, my brother.
November for December.
Building up the budget, my friend.
Lekker. Don't forget,
that's
guys.
The
9th of December is my birthday, and I am an extra large. My United sweater is getting very old, getting quite old. Let me just tell you that. The last time I bought United sweater was when we won a trophy. So you know how long ago was that?
Okay, we have an update on the competition for December. Who's in the
Actually, I was speaking to Craig. I was speaking to Craig last week about this.
Actually, no one won.
Keep quiet regarding the competition because I
think everyone's out. Everyone's out.
No ways.
No.
I had Trent.
One of us got it right to the keeper.
I had Trent. I had
Mendy, my keeper.
And I did have Lukaku as my striker. He's throwing me
out. And then Ronaldo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
remember the deal. You need to get it all. You need to get it right all by the end of December. So there is still a chance. There's still a chance.
I had Mendy and Trent. I know because that's how I've been watching and waiting for this competition.
And who's your striker? Your striker was Lukaku.
My striker's throwing me in. My striker's throwing me out the window.
What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna next week towards the end of the show I'm actually gonna cut out that a piece of that show so we can just replay it back and for the viewers also because the comments will also be live. And then we can actually replay that like for the last 20 minutes and see who's up to date with their stuff. But I know that I'm out. I'm definitely out. Tandy's out. Tandy's long time out.
In terms of
Kane. No, keeper I was right.
You said your keeper was
no, you got it wrong. No.
Yeah, you said Martinez.
No. Go jump far off that bridge. My keeper's right. My striker's horrible. Kane is.
You said
let him go now.
Okay. Where's Ronaldo, guys? I said Ronaldo.
Yeah, I'm guessing you got Ronaldo.
Tell before we go. intense. Quickly. Craig, choice for United coach. Your preferred choice, and just one. Don't give me three. Just one.
Yeah, Eric. No one else. No one else there.
Faber
Eric
choice.
Ten Hag.
United.
But so
Big Dale, your choice.
What's the
Hag.
question?
Benny McCarthy.
What's the question?
Now, on a
Preferred
serious
choice,
note,
United had
on
to,
a-
had
on
to
a- on a
appoint the
serious
manager
note-
tomorrow. Who would be your choice?
on what's available or just in general?
In general.
Just in general. Go out
I
and
think
spend
we
the
need
money and buy
we
some-
really need a strict coach at the
Poch,
moment.
shout out
Eric.
Poch.
Poch done nothing actually. He's
And
struggling
you,
in PSG.
Yeah.
Luther,
He
your
took
choice.
Tottenham to the Champions League final, bro.
I wanted Potts maybe like 2 years ago, but I don't know.
Luther,
but,
what's your
Yeah.
choice?
If you
Preferred
say
coach
money,
manager.
if money was not an issue,
No, money isn't the issue. There's no coaches
Money
not
isn't
being
an
able to.
issue.
if we could take him away from his club right now.
Yo, that's not the question,
Pep.
bruh.
I'm
Then
just
I'll take
saying. I'm
Pep,
just
bruh.
saying. I'm Pep, bruh.
Then
Yo,
I'll take Pep.
anytime.
Yo,
Pep, oh,
Imagine Pep goes from City to United.
sure. They will hunt him down. They will hunt him down.
I'm
Those
losing
fans
my-
will
I'm
hunt
losing
him down.
Manchester.
That's bad, bro.
I'll take Pep
And
of Klopp anytime.
Who would you
One
say,
of the
Bram?
At United. I don't
Yeah.
really care who you get. But I do think, but look, I do think that it's leaning heavily towards between Rodgers
Well,
and
Yo,
No,
don't give
and
me
Poch.
Rodgers.
No, don't give me Rodgers.
Not taking
Guys,
Rodgers.
I was leaning
If
between those
we
two
must take
guys.
Rodgers, I'll be heartbroken. I'll be
yeah,
proper
yeah.
heartbroken. But no,
Brendan.
Brendan, no.
The warning
no.
signs, the warning signs are there, Tando. The warning signs are there.
Yeah, it's cloudy.
The
okay.
fact that he's
Guys, it's facts
the
what you said.
meeting-
It's a 2-season
the
man.
meeting is had.
3
The
seasons.
meeting is had with
Yeah,
Leicester. The house hunting apparently. The meeting is had. United have made contact with his reps, etc. Well, United have contacted a few reps already, but the fact that they're going that route, I think things
No,
are
man.
not going well. at Leicester.
Why? Why would you go for Brendan Rodgers?
What's
What
It
wrong
doesn't
with
mean he's
has
gonna
he
get it, but it doesn't mean he's gonna get it.
No,
But
I
he is
don't
in the
want him,
reckoning.
though.
Brendan almost won the league with a basic Liverpool team.
Bruh, almost.
Nah, they're
Almost.
good players.
United almost won the Europa. United almost. No, man. I don't want almost. I want people there.
But
proof
Poch is
they
also
won
going to be the
something.
almost guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
Poch
you.
is also
I
going to
want
be an
Poch, I
almost
don't
guy.
Okay,
He's
Tande.
been struggling with PSG now. He has all the players in the world. All the play. They're not where they in the locker. I'm such a chick. I know he's
but
struggling
Lucy-
heavy losing.
Lucy-
Ah, the 11
Lucy,
points clear.
As
But that
Lucy,
league, you don't-
has PSG ever been a household name in European football?
No.
So
Was
where
they
they
can't
start
go-
from?
He's 11 points clear at PSG.
Must double
What
check.
they
But he's
struggling
struggling.
with?
He's lost. He's lost.
Yeah.
Owens, it's the French league. Owens 9.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
it's one.
Anyway,
It's 1
bye-bye.
hour 12 minutes. Thank you very
Cool.
much for everybody that's
Bye,
joined in.
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
We appreciate it, and we'll definitely see you guys back 7:30 next week, Wednesday. Keep it real. Peace out. Come on, Manchester United.
Come on.
Glory.
Fuck, Owen.